Hey guys, what up? Total Control 871. So apparently, now we're blowing up the losers of the election. Wow. Yeah, I just caught the news. I net it as much as I can. The several pipe bomb looking like devices mailed to Obama, Clinton's, journalists, things like that. Shit's gone crazy, people. Let's talk about it. Living room, free Wi-Fi, and TV. They really roll out the red carpet for you. Yeah, I think I'll get comfortable. Ooh, that actually feels pretty good. There we go. All right, yeah, I had a little bit of business to do at the police station. I'll fill you guys in on that later. Let's see. Yes, so our topic today. Things are getting pretty wild and crazy out there. I don't know who you are or whomever you may be, single or an organization, but I hope you took into account all of the modern forensic technology, because I know they got stamps on the envelopes. Did you lick those stamps? You would have to be dressed in one of those lab hazmat get-ups to not leave DNA on the envelope and the components that you dealt with. And then the components, how did you come about them? How did you purchase them? Search histories. Trust me, our Edward Snowden type NSA, CIA, whatever else, shadow government, they're running they're doing their thing. Both legal and illegal. Yeah, they're gonna trace that shit. So good luck. Did you know that blasting caps used by construction companies, when they detonate, the particulars, the particles, basically the plastic particles left behind have what can pretty much be akin to a fingerprint, which traces back to the manufacturer. And to purchase these things, you have to have all kinds of credentials, and if it's a construction company, then who had access to the site, and yada yada yada. So anyway, I hate Donald Trump to the core of my being, but I would never ever elevate him to the status of martyr. Not wise. Not wise. Let's see, what else? Let's see if I can rest my arm on me helmet. Yeah, so let's see. World's gone crazy. I don't know what to tell you. There's a lot I could talk about. We're in our mall, Sears is still open. Sears is still open. I don't know exactly when they're going to be closing for good, but they're still open for the moment. Hold on a second. So I'm pretty much getting stuff ready for this weekend visit. How I feel. I'm very nervous. Not not from the facility, not from the housemates. I'm very nervous right now about the appeal. And what I'm doing is I'm trying not to abandon into despair. I don't know if you understand that or not, but I'm trying not to give way to despair. I don't know. It's like I take these steps on faith, and it's difficult to continue taking the steps of faith when each step you take, you can hear this bridge, this rickety bridge, creaking and cracking underneath you, and you're so fearful that it's going to give way, and and there won't be anything left to do there. There won't be any more maneuvers. Excuse. There won't be any more maneuvers left, and when I was cornered with getting the transcript from municipal court Xeroxed, a miracle came through. I wish I could tell you more, but I can't. A miracle came through. I don't know. Are there any more miracles for me? I don't believe God runs out of miracles. I just don't know if there are any more for me. It's so sad that I have to go through this. It really is. I find it very cruel, almost, that everything that I've ever wanted is being dangled in front of me. Housing, stability, financial assistance. The dollar matching, financial assistance, affordable housing. It's all right there. It's all right there. I don't know. Like I say, it's like I say, where they cut the wheat from the chaff. God only knows what you guys must think of me so far. If I start comparing myself to Jesus or Moses, or man, you guys really will be like, "Oh my God, he's really gone now." But yeah. Past leaders of civil rights, I guess they do face their moments of temptation, moments of temptation. I knew there was something that I wanted to talk about today. I guess I'm shoving it out of my mind here. I don't know what I'll use for the thumbnail yet. I was going to use somebody. I'll use their picture on a different video, but because I discussed the Democratic pipe bombs, I won't attach their picture to that. But yeah, I guess a lot of leaders face their moments of temptation. From what I understand, if you believe in such things, the story of the Bible, last temptation of Christ, Moses. Moses' story actually, as far as temptation-wise goes, tends to enthrall me a bit more than Jesus Christ's story. Dude was like in line to be king. He could have had power, wealth, women, everything that he ever wanted. And, if you believe the story, he turned his back on that for the sake of his people. If that story is true, then yeah, I guess the Jewish people, Israel, it's very commendable. It's definitely quite the feather in their cap, as far as their people, their heritage and stuff like that. I could so segue right now about whether or not the Jews escaped Egypt or were they kicked out of Egypt. I have heard, although who are we kidding? Probably a lot of those accounts of them being kicked out may have come from dodgy sources of information about about their trouble everywhere they go. Jews are trouble everywhere they go, and they get run off everywhere they go. I don't know if any of that's true or not. You know, my spiritual beliefs are beyond the Bible. But anyway, what can you do? Temptations. Moses could have had it all. Could have been king, could have had power, riches, glory, all of it. Turned his back on it for his people. For that, you've got my respect. I myself have turned my back on a lot of crass commercialism. As you guys know, I have kept the channel demonetized. You know, I guess it's all very apt right now. There's a lot of nose holding. Maybe that'll be my thumbnail. Is that good, or was somebody in back of me? We got kids. Hold on. See if we can get the thumbnail. Was anybody dancing in back of me? I swear to God, these children, they are so easily whatever, right? So let's get the thumbnail. Okay. Ooh, that'll do. We're going to have to hold our nose when we go to our ballot box this November. A lot of nose holding is going to have to happen. I understand Bob Menendez, he's enshrouded with scandal, bribery, corruption. Hey, I'm going to hold my nose and vote for him. I'm going to go Democrat straight down the damn line, whether I know of these people or not. It's just going to be one big massive blue wave straight down the damn line. And because believe me, Republicans, they don't have any difficulty holding their nose. Okay? And some of them, they might like the smell. Okay? And they might like what they're smelling. So, yeah. A lot of nose holding is going to have to happen. I say this because I have to do something that I am very much anti and against. I don't like the monetization of channels because of the financial split. It's grotesque. It just leaves creators with pennies, pittance. You know, I am going to have to hold my nose. And yes, people, this is breaking news. I am going to excuse me. Look at me, I want to demonetize them. I'm going to have to monetize the channel. I have no idea if this monetization is going to kick in a timely fashion where it can help me. But right now we're talking about I need several hundred that can be matched, several hundred that I can proceed with this case. I have no idea what the future holds for me. Like I say, I take each step on this rickety bridge on faith. Whatever's about to happen to me, I want it to be said that I tried everything, even some unsavory things that I really did not want to do. If this works, and I have no idea if YouTube will even allow the ads. You know, it's just this last-ditch, desperate maneuver. I have no idea if YouTube will allow the ads or not. As you guys know, my content tends to be rather racy. Well, racy by YouTube standards. I don't consider it racy at all. And you can get off into the whole double, triple standard thing, you know. CNN can show dead bodies all day long, but a YouTube creator cannot. CNN and MSNBC, they can talk about war and strife and famine, but if we do it, you know, or David Pakman does it, or Kyle Kulinski, people like that, Jimmy Dore or whatnot, and if they do it, they get demonetized, and that's a whole separate argument. But yeah, I am going to have to monetize the channel for a last-ditch effort here. and see if we can get some desperately needed revenue, get that revenue matched, and proceed. I still have yet to speak with my case manager. I'm going to do that tomorrow. I needed to do some things today, and when I go to speak with my case manager, I want a clear head so I can focus on what she's saying, take some notes, and try and suss this thing out as best I can. Alright, I think that's about it. What time we got here? 15 some minutes? Alright, that's about long enough. Alright guys, the holiday season is upon us, and we're going to see what happens economically. Also, hold on, I got to change hands here. Economics. I'm going to tack on a economic report of sorts. What was Trump likes to brag a great deal about plunging unemployment, especially among black people, things like that. What I don't think Trump understands is that it's not that your unemployment numbers are low. People like me. Okay, I'm late 40s, I'm black, I'm male. I don't even necessarily call myself disabled anymore. I am extremely prematurely early retirement. That's pretty much what I consider myself. There's going to be a lot more of me, of all color and walks of life, men and women. It's not that your unemployment numbers are so low because we're not in the job market. I'm not looking for a job. And I could say a whole bunch about that. And it's got nothing to do with lazy or nothing to do with only wanting free money, because believe me, I would love the supplemental income. But the laws governing disability and working, very dodgy. It's too easy to terminate the disabled, to terminate a lot of people. So you've got at-will employment laws that, I mean, hell, we just had our masterpiece bake shop. So employers, basically, companies, they've gained a lot of rights to do whatever the hell they want. I'm not going to put the one and only source of income that I have in jeopardy. That's what I'm saying. Therefore, I don't consider myself as disabled anymore. I'm just simply retired. When people ask me what do I do, I'm retired. I'm a retired security officer. I'm not in the job market anymore, okay? And I am not alone. There are a great many of us who are in our 40s and 50s, have taken extremely early retirement, and the economy is going to suffer immensely. It is this amateur economics reporter, I think within the next 10 to 15 years, we're going to see the effects of all of this early retirement. Trump's trade war, the deficit, farmer bailout, billions in that, defense contract spending. Oh my God, just off the chain. Spending like crazy, tax cuts like crazy, and now I believe a 10% tax cut is on the table for the middle class. Who are we kidding? Trump's doing all this to gain and curry favor with as many people as he can. He's desperately trying to reach out beyond his basket of deplorables, and Trump does not care if he bankrupts America in the doing. Remember, he only has to deal with this for the second half of his first term. God only knows. If he wins the second term, Jesus, God have mercy. So like I say, hold your nose at the ballot box. You know what? I also had another comparative analogy. Where am I at? What time have I got here? 19 something. What was I saying? Planning, designs. 2008, Obama gets elected. I believe it's spoken of, the infamous GOP, top brass GOP secret caucus. They said they had it at some sort of a very mob a mob restaurant or some shit like that. And oh my God, black man president. We're gonna be. Vows were taken, secret society vows were taken back then and whatnot. And right now, Trump is basically executing those vows. Once we get back into office, once we regain the White House, we're going to annihilate everything that the black president did. And here's what's going on. There are members in the GOP who were privy, if not present, to these mob vows, we'll call them that maybe. And, things change. It's been, 10 years later, and Trump's been going wild, just basically destroying and dismantling everything Obama. He's just, everything Obama, just destroy and dismantle it. And there are members of the GOP that are kind of like, yeah, I know we said we wanted to do this. That was our plan, our scheme. But that was a while ago, Things changed. The hyperbole of the first black president came down, anxiety, sun still rose and set. Planet Earth didn't go roaring off its axis into the cold, black, dark abyss of space, oh my God, So they realized things are going to be okay. Do we really need this maniacal idiot Donald Trump to do our bidding? So that's kind of where the GOP is at right now. They understand this maniacal bull in a china shop. He's destroying a lot of things, but they just don't really know. Is it something that they want destroyed or don't want destroyed? So, you got a lot of GOP people that are just wondering, should we continue with our secret society vows that we made 10 years ago, So, like I say, guys, when you go to your ballot box, I understand there's going to be some Democrats there that might not be to your liking, but, dude, the deficit is about to fucking explode. It's going to be like a nuclear mushroom cloud deficit, and Trump will be behind this. The spending, the tax cut. Remember now, this is the bankruptcy king. This is what he does best. He goes in, bankrupts the hell out of it, because remember, him and his rich cronies, they're going to profit mightily off the defense contracts, the big oil contracts. They're all in bed with Saudi Arabia. I knew something weird was going on with Saudi Arabia when Kushner was taking his little secret trips back and forth to Saudi Arabia and things like that. So, and of course, Donald keeps those taxes under lock and key, secret vault in the IRS. Just saying. Alright guys, midterms coming. I'm going to have to monetize the channel. It's something that I don't want to do, but I have to do. I'm going to hold my nose, do it. And once I'm clear from this, I'll demonetize it, and get back on message and see what we can do about getting back on message and getting our channel oriented for cycling. And we're going to see this weekend. I'll let you guys see the room this weekend and more to come. Alright guys, that's it. Coming from our Hamilton Mall living room. See if we can get this thing to focus before I close out. I guess about as good as it's going to get. Alright guys, Total Control 871.